Hello there guys, welcome back to AFC Game by Game. This is my review of Arsenal's 3-1 victory this evening against Brentford. Really good win, really pleased with the victory. Great to see a couple of young players such as Emil Smith-Rowe, Iwobi if you still can regard him as a young player, Guendouzi getting their opportunities in an Arsenal shirt. Of course we know Guendouzi's played a lot of football this season, but it shows what a healthy squad we've got at the minute to play such a strong team tonight against Brentford. Personally, I would have liked to have seen a bit more of our younger players, so really disappointed not to see Joe Willock even in the team, but I'm sure there's a very valid reason for that. Not to see Nketiah as well was a bit of a underwhelming moment. I was really expecting to see him start this game, but you know, we've won the match, so I can't grumble too much. Danny Welbeck performed brilliantly in that striking role tonight, and I'm sure had we been a couple of goals up and if it wasn't so sketchy in that second half, would have seen Nketiah come off the bench. But thankfully we're through to the next round, and it just opens up more opportunities to the likes of Smith-Rowe, Nketiah, Joe Willock, or say Tuta if he's back from injury, Mavropanos if he's back soon enough. So I'm excited that we're through to the next round because it does allow an opportunity to these younger players, and I'm really pleased with the team that's put out tonight. That back four was really strong. Lichtsteiner, Holding, Mustafi, Monreal, Leno between the sticks. It's a very strong back five, and then the midfield of Guendouzi, El Neni, and completely forgotten who else was in midfield, but it was a really strong midfield, a really strong attack as well. It's an Arsenal team that I was expecting to be a little bit misshapen, but I thought they performed really well. There's a lot of understanding, a lot of chemistry within that side. Iwobi again was very good tonight. Danny Welbeck, as I previously mentioned, very good in that striking role. Mkhitaryan, who was the third man in that midfield, performed well in that number 10 role. That second goal we scored as well was just absolutely scintillating. Proper Arsenal football that, and really pleased to see that Emery's tactical style seems to be coming into play more and more as each game goes by. Even with our second string squad, it shows that it's running through the whole team, and that understanding is key if we're to progress and do well this season. So it's really positive on that front, and Emery certainly had to take plaudits there. I was a little bit disappointed with Lichtsteiner tonight. I know that's not something that's going to be talked about too much, but I didn't think he was overly fantastic in the game last week against Wolfsburg. I didn't think he was that incredible tonight. I know that's probably me reading into it far too much than I should be, but I just wasn't taken aback by him. I certainly do think we miss Bellerin. You notice the loss of Bellerin when he's not on the pitch. Lichtsteiner, I know he's 34 and he's not going to be at the level Bellerin is in terms of pace and what he can offer going forward, but I'd like to see a little bit more from him. Just seems to be getting simple things wrong at times. Very good defensively, very solid defensively, but in that final third he just seems to pick out the ball a little bit too late. But that is me really nitpicking on what was otherwise a very decent Arsenal performance tonight. In that first half in particular, Guendouzi with a fantastic ball into Danny Welbeck to make it 1-0, rocket of a header, and Danny Welbeck has to be given credit because he's been brilliant this season, coming off the bench, scoring a goal against West Ham, scoring against Wolfsburg last week, bagging 2 tonight. For a player that's not playing a lot of football, he's getting amongst the goals and proving to be a very valuable option amongst the likes of Aubameyang and Lacazette. So fantastic to have him at the club. Great to see he's fully fit. Great to see he's amongst the goals when called upon. And another good performance from him tonight, certainly justifying his place in that England team in my opinion. Just to brush on what Troy Deeney said there, but he is a very good player, very useful player to have, and you can understand why Gareth Southgate wants him in that team, because he is a very good utility player, as he proved last week, as he proved tonight. A very useful player off the bench, and I'm very glad that we've got a player of his calibre at Arsenal who's, I don't think he's happy to sit on a bench, but he knows the sort of player he is, he knows his calibre, he knows his level, and he knows that he is a very valued member of the Arsenal team, which he certainly is. That second goal we scored was absolutely brilliant. Mkhitaryan, Iwobi, Monreal, Welbeck all involved in the goal. Really good build-up, scintillating stuff, as I said. To go in at half-time 2-0, I didn't want to say the game was effectively done because that goal that Brentford scored certainly can be criticised. Guendouzi was stupid and rash to give the ball away. He can be forgiven for his age, but again, it's something that needs to be cut out of his game sooner rather than later. It'll be a learning curve for sure. Leno, it's tough to criticise him because I know he hasn't played a lot of football, but there was just too much of the goal open, and it's disappointing to see that he didn't do a better job there. The wall was very big, granted, but there was just too much of an open net, and it just made it such a straightforward free kick for Brentford. And fair play to Brentford, fantastic free kick, but they really got themselves into the game after that. They didn't really have any clear-cut opportunities, but they pressurised us. It was all them in the second half. The substitutions from Emery, I think, were key. Bringing on Torreira, calmed the game down a little bit, bringing on Lacazette, who then scored the third goal towards the end, a really nice goal as well, and bringing on Aaron Ramsey. It just really solidified our position in the game. Thankfully, we got the result. As I say, Lacazette scored, and we're through to the next round of the Cup. So Really pleased on that front. 6 wins in a row. 6. That is fantastic. The football has been, it's been a bit hit and miss, but we're getting there. We're starting to see the Emery style of play come into action more and more. We're getting our youth players on the ball. We're seeing the defence improve ever so slightly. Mustafi was a little bit hectic tonight, but Rob Holding alongside him I thought was very composed. But we didn't really allow them too many clear-cut chances. It was just that free kick, which was frustrating to concede from. But defensively, I thought we were sound, and I'm feeling positive going into the game against Watford. It's another opportunity for us to pick up 3 points, pick up 7 wins on the bounce, and, let the good times roll. That's all I've got to say. Let me know your thoughts on the game in the comment box below. Drop a like on the video if you have enjoyed it. Subscribe to AFC Game by Game. And as always, I'll speak to you very, very soon, guys. See you later.